Okay, this is my third attempt at making this video because I'm trying to hash out exactly how this thing works. This is a video on calibrating the thermostat in a refrigerator, specifically this model. I don't know if other models have the same setting. Anyways, the way this thing works is there's a switch in here. This little piece of metal right here, where my thumb is pointing, is a switch. Or at least it's the actuator for this thermostat. It controls when it goes on and off. And this is the direction that the thermostat is installed in the refrigerator. This is all the way off, and this is the coldest setting. However, upon looking at this thing, I realized that when past a certain point, this doesn't do anything. There's a ramp on the back of this switch, and at about this position right here, the switch just touches and slightly depresses the ramp. And that is going to, if it was cold in the refrigerator, that would set it to a warmer setting that would make it go off. So what you want to do is get yourself a bowl of water about 3 or 4 inches deep, cold water, add ice to it and stir it with a thermometer in it until the temperature gets to be about 39 or 40 degrees. Since you never want your refrigerator to go above 40 degrees, the ideal shut-off temperature is just above 40 degrees. So you dip it in to the water, and if the coil immediately goes off when you have it in the cold setting, you want to turn it counterclockwise until it no longer goes off, and then you'll want to trade off with pulling it out of the water, warming the coil with your hand, turning that screw a quarter of a turn clockwise, and then in this case I've made a mark, and you should make a mark in yours before you remove it from the refrigerator for basically the warmest setting. And that mark lines up with this mark I've got here. And ideally what you want is you keep adjusting that screw counterclockwise until when you put this in the water and stays in the water, it doesn't click off until you just touch that mark. And if you move off the mark, it should click off within a few seconds. Then, if not, adjust it another counterclockwise, like a quarter or an eighth of a turn, until just kissing the mark causes it to click on. And you can speed up how quickly this turns off when you pull it out of the water by just putting your hand on it. Doesn't take much to turn it off, or actually on. Heat makes it go on, cold makes it go off. So you're setting the off temperature, which is 40 degrees. It's okay if it's a little bit colder than that. Your refrigerators, it's always better to be colder than it is to be warmer. And ideally, though, the temperature you want is when it's in the center mark on your refrigerator. That's probably should be about 40 degrees. But anyways, that's what I did with mine, and I don't know if I'll ever get a chance to test it out because I just replaced the thermostat in my refrigerator. That's it.